Hello guys, and welcome back for another breakdown video. For this week's breakdown video, I'm going to help you to progress into a handstand walk. I'm going to teach you at which point you need to start and how to progress further into walking on the hands. So let's jump into this breakdown video. And then the first mistake you see quite often is that individuals want to walk before their feet are above their hands. So guys, first things first, of course you need to have strength in the shoulders, you need to have a strong core to support your body when you're inverted. But when that's all good, then I want you to first start by practicing how to fall. So if you don't know how to fall when you're going to do a handstand walk, you will always be afraid when you jump up. So you will always be biased by stepping backwards again, then by falling forward. When we do a handstand walk, we want to be in the middle. So sometimes we fall backwards, but sometimes you also fall forwards. But if you're afraid of falling forwards, you will always be biased by going backwards. And it's quite likely that you will never jump explosive enough upwards to get into the middle, and you will always be biased by that backwards motion. I remember pretty good that when I first started doing handstand walks, I jumped up and I did not practice the fall. Where I did them, it was just on a concrete floor. So when I jumped up and I fell forward, I landed on my back and I felt fucked up. And then afterwards, I think I haven't done them in like 1.5 or 2 years before I started practicing falling first and then going into the handstand walk. So if you jump up and you fall really badly, you will be a little bit traumatized. You will be afraid of doing handstand walks. So again, it's really important to know how to fall and how to bail out of the movement. So one way you can do this is by just rolling. Another way that I like to do is by making some sort of a cartwheel where you have your hands on the floor when you feel that you're falling forwards, and you place one hand in front of the other and make the legs go in that direction and rotate the entire body with it. This can be difficult, so don't expect to be able to do this at once. Just practice it first. Make sure that you do it when you're falling, because a lot of individuals do this movement, they go and practice this movement, but then they know that they need to fall forwards. So their center of mass is not going forward, but it's a little bit backwards because they're still afraid. But you do need to be able to get that center of mass forward and then shift the hands in front and get the legs from this way to that way. So when you've mastered that, now is the time to progress into walking. So what we want to do when handstand walking is we want to, of course, jump up, and then the feet go up, up, up. And when the feet are past the hands in line, then is the point to walk. What you see oftentimes is that individuals, they jump up with the feet, but before the feet are above the hands, they tend to walk and drop the feet back down again. So when we start with handstand walking, we always want the feet to be first above the hands and then past the hands, and then we can walk. And when we feel that the feet are way past our hands, we make bigger steps to maintain balance. And when we feel like the feet are going backwards a little bit, now we need to stop or maybe even walk backwards to maintain that balance. Guys, it sounds logical, but it's funny to notice that we always, of course, walk on our feet and not on our hands. So when we invert ourselves, we need to realize that our brain is a little bit confused. So something you see quite often is that individuals lose all the tension in the core muscles and their feet are just going all over the place. This can also inhibit a person from doing handstand walks because their center of mass is being challenged a lot by all the moving extremities. So we want to practice the hollow and the arch hold while we're in that inverted position. So we want the legs close to each other and tensed a lot. If we do this, it's easier for our brain to notice where our body parts are, so we can quite easily move forward in that handstand walk instead of having the need to correct our movement all the time to maintain balance because the legs are all over the place. So yeah guys, that's it for this week's breakdown video. I want you to first practice falling, then go into the patience of getting the feet past the hands before you walk, and then make sure that everything is nice and tight so that it's easier for the brain to notice where the body parts are in space. So guys, if you've liked this video, please let us know in the comments, subscribe on our channel, and I hope to see you next time with another breakdown video.